Excellent. My last guest is a company that I'm sure you all recognize, Natreon. It's a pioneer. Sonny at the head of this great company, and the president, Bruce Brown's with me today. Hi, Bruce.
Jeff.
How are you?
Good to see you.
I'm good.
Good.
So, you have a whole range of ingredients that are very strong in the marketplace. Where do you, I mean, in the consumer world today, and they're looking for something a level above, well, how do you partner with your brand partners to deliver something that's unexpected or beyond the norm?
Yeah, I mean, I think with Natreon, we start with clinical trials. So we begin our discussion with a brand marketer really evaluating how they can leverage our 30 plus clinical trials across our 6 ingredients, and then help them think around a concept, a health benefit platform that they can market to their consumer base. But I think one example for us here at this show is thinking about a new innovative delivery form or system. And this week we partnered with Tespo, which is a new personalized nutrition Keurig-like device to launch really new innovative sensoral-based product in that Tespo delivery system. So we're combining the history of use of Ayurvedic medicine with modern clinical trials in a new delivery form that's tracking and monitoring consumer behavior. So really it's tying in many different innovative platforms. It's science innovation, it's delivery form innovation, it's personalized nutrition innovation with a device. So these are the type of, but I think it all begins on the foundation of having good science, especially for a branded ingredient. You build your foundation somewhere. We build it on quality and science, and then you begin to build into new innovative platforms. And so for us here at Supply Side West, that's been a fun new innovation for us.
I love what Tespo is doing. We have a dispenser in our office.
Nice.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like it's making ingredients, bringing it to a whole new group of consumers who might not get exposure otherwise, right?
That's completely right. And it really, again, I think, you know, there was a discussion this morning on personalized nutrition, and I think what a lot of us in this industry are trying to do is how do we deliver our ingredients at the right dose, at the right delivery form, at a clinically efficacious level to consumers in a way that they'll be more encouraged to use them on a regular basis. I mean, I think what we see is often with consumer behavior, you have a churn. People will come into a category and then they'll exit a category. The question is, can we as an industry figure out ways to reduce that churn and actually increase adoption and maintain use, and therefore, of course, increase health benefits and the overall experience with an ingredient and with a brand. And so as an ingredient supplier, our role is to try to, you know, ensure that the consumer is getting that benefit from the claims on the label. So
absolutely. So ashwagandha is arguably one of the hottest botanicals in the sector right now.
Yeah.
Where is ashwagandha in its life cycle, and sensoril? How do you differentiate in a marketplace where there's so much activity?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think what you'll see is evolution of categories in our industry. Right. I mean, 10 years ago we started to hear about a word called microbiome, and people really didn't know what it was. And today, a lot of us are talking about microbiome all the time. We still have a lot to learn about the microbiome. Same with nutrigenomics or epigenomics. We're just beginning to learn about these categories. I believe we're in the same beginning phases with ashwagandha. While we've had a nice start as a category, there's new clinical trials going on. We sponsored 2 this last year and have more in the pipeline. So we're going to find new health benefit categories. We're going to learn more about a general category of products, of which ashwagandha is one of those. Our sensoral product is one of those, called adaptogens and nootropics. These categories are gaining traction. It's all around. Nootropics is executive function enhancement, and adaptogens is focusing on the adrenal system and how do we regulate hormones and our response to stressors and improve sleep. So there's still a lot to learn in these various categories, and we're just scratching the surface. Every year, every month, every week, there's either a new investigator-initiated trial that we're looking into, or outside researchers knocking on our door asking us to source source our Sensoril to use in a new clinical trial. So there's a lot of activity. So I guess my answer is, when you look at the curcumin market, I sort of see ashwagandha in that same beginning phase. There'll probably be new entrants to the market with new concepts or new ideas. And we believe Sensoril is a great fit in this category as a leader in the sector.
Yeah, when you think about adaptogen and that whole concept, feels like it's an ingredient for our times.
Yeah. I mean, our lifestyles are changing. We're busy. We're hectic people, and how do we balance things? How do we calm down? Is critical. And I think consumers are looking for ways to achieve that. Whether it's the way we evaluate and use healthy lifestyle now more than ever. Whether it's we make healthy food choices more than ever. But it's also, there's generally a balancing we're searching for as our lives are getting increasingly hectic.
Feels like we should ship some Sensoril to Washington.
We may need to.
Sorry.
We may need to.
So it's interesting with curcumin and with ashwagandha. Natreon has a rich history and heritage in India. I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of these very well-researched scientific ingredients are coming from India. Do you have a comment on that, or I mean, obviously that's important to
Natreon. I mean, the foundation of Natreon from Dr. Sani Raju, who's our founder CEO, really goes back to his days as a student, and as a child, where he was exposed to Ayurvedic medicines in the village, and said, "Boy, as a pharmaceutical scientist, I really want to." Take the learnings from pharma and bring it into the nutrition space and see if we can evaluate and clinically prove these botanicals that he's been using or that have been used for generations and centuries in India. And so India is our foundation. We have an R&D center in Calcutta, India. We're based in New Brunswick, but an R&D center in Calcutta, India, where we have 25, 30 PhD master's level scientists that are constantly working on method validation, extraction technologies, new bioactives that we can begin to introduce into the U.S. and international markets, and then looking at ways to innovate and continue to enhance our existing product line as well. So it is core to us, and we are committed to India, and we have 2 manufacturing sites as well. So
that's great.
Yeah.
What's your focus here at the show?
Yeah, this year it's really educating around Sensoril, what differentiates Sensoril in the ashwagandha market, our clinical trials, our root and leaf patented composition, and then the health benefits and the bioactives that we standardize to, that we believe help enhance the health benefits for the consumer. So we're focused there, and then we also are focused on our platform of ingredients and the sport nutrition related studies that we've conducted on our family of Natreon ingredients. So it's been a great show, and we've enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks.
What is it, day 3 already? No, it's the first
feels
day.
like day, yeah, something like that. I think we got one more after today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it. So, thanks for being here today. I think one of the things we're learning as we look at this more educated consumer is that they feel empowered because they have all the resources available to learn and find new things and et cetera, but a lot of them are confused they're looking for solutions, how to fit it all together. And that's what I think a lot of these brands are trying to do, is give consumers more turnkey approaches to better health. So thanks to our guests, and thanks for joining me today.